Welcome to the all-new BCMM network. You're watching the Blue Collar Minutemen show. This show is meant for the entertainment and enjoyment of our audience. Time to drain the swamp.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. We're just a few guys, just a couple of guys, trying to, I don't know, help you find your money again. Bill, how's it going, man?
I have no words. I am just overjoyed at what's going on. I'm just sitting here watching, eating popcorn, and every day it's just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, tell me about it. I can't like wake up or go to sleep without there's something new coming out.
It's
Oh, but hey, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share these videos. Help get the word out and help share us with your friends. That way we can get more likes and views. And hey, we can keep getting the word out to those who might not get it. So, with that said, let's jump right into this. Like I said, finding money. That's what it's all about, Bill. Finding money.
kind of money and cutting waste.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean,
Let me
where do you
throw this
want?
one out just to go right
Okay.
along with that. Did you see the email that Trump and Elon sending out to all federal employees this week?
No, I haven't seen that one.
The email starts,
Hmm.
"What did you do last week? Please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please do not send any classified information, links, or attachments. Deadline is Monday at 11:59 p.m. Failing to respond will be seen as a resignation." What did you do last week?
Bill, here's my thing. We know that they're cutting jobs and they're cutting funding and everything. But have you noticed how the mainstream media is trying to turn this around like Trump is getting rid of people's jobs, like it's our jobs, like blue collar people's jobs, like Trump is like cutting jobs and he's being so inconsiderate and he's just firing people all willy nilly. And to boot, let me go ahead and say they're trying to say that him cutting jobs at the FAA is causing planes to fall out of the sky somehow.
No. You've seen how long it took them to release the pilots that crashed that Delta one up in Canada,
Yeah,
and they were saying that was Trump's fault too, by the way.
that was an all women crew.
It was some beauty queen. They became a pilot, and they stuck her in the jet, and then the pilot says, "I'm gonna let you land this time." Bam!
Women, I have nothing against you because I do know there are capable women pilots. I know that
I
for a
agree.
fact. I
I agree.
had I had a hell of a pilot fly C-130 out of a little fob up in Afghanistan, and she was good. I'm just saying. So
The best
nothing against women.
helicopter ride I ever had was uh, female pilot in a Black Hawk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know they're out there, but I think these are DEI, as
Yeah.
we been
Well,
saying.
her whole career, her whole life, she'd been a beauty pageant contestant and decided to go to flight school. And straight out of flight school, they put her to flying commercial airline. I know that.
You know, Bill, I know you're a Star Trek fan. And if you remember the movie where they put Deanna Troy in charge of the Enterprise and she crashed,
Yeah. Yep.
just joking, folks, ladies, just joking. These are all jokes. uh, but Bill, I do
Let me
want to
ask you
say,
this.
hmm,
How are you enjoying Black History Month?
well, to be totally honest, it's just like every other month to me. I'm just
Well,
saying.
here's a question. Says, why aren't the left celebrating the first person of color to serve as FBI director, especially since he was confirmed during Black History Month? I got one answer here from his guy. It says, because he's effing crazy. That's why.
Oh, geez. Well, to kind of go back to, I want to mention too, Bill, that when we're talking about finding money, folks, this is what we sent Trump to do, because we've said it time and time again, we're taxed to death. And apparently, reading this right off the news feed here, $4.4 billion were spent by U.S. aid to go to Haiti to build homes. Now, Bill, you would think that would be a lot of homes built if they sent 4.4 billion. How many homes you think got built?
100?
Let's try 6.
6? Well, that's not counting the home they purchased with that money.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the report goes on to say it also paid for Chelsea Clinton's wedding and her mansion. All that
Oh,
money was supposed to go to Haiti to build houses.
and
Where's Kash Patel?
well, it also says here too that of 196 NGOs reviewed, only 8 of those could explain where the money went. Folks, everybody in this country should be mad as hell right now.
And not at Elon.
No.
That's what is, I cannot get this through my head how they're mad at Elon. Okay, it's kind of like I seen a guy explain it on the internet. He explained it
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. He's like, your store gets broke into and robbed. Then you go all crazy on Elon because he reviewed the video and found out who did it. That's exactly what they're doing.
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all.
But they're still doing their old tactics. They're fear mongering. They're telling people that, Elon's bad. He's going to drive us all into debt. He's going to take away jobs along with Trump, and they're saying Elon's getting this big contract from the government to make all this money when none of that is true.
The contract he got with Tesla, Trump's already stopped.
Mm-hmm.
He had a big contract, but Biden is the one that signed the contract for it. It was under the Biden administration. He had a contract to build those electric limousines,
Right.
The Tesla bulletproof limousines.
Yeah.
Biden is the one that ordered those and made the deal. Trump's already stopped the money. So,
jeez. Well, folks, they're finding the money. That's what we asked them to do. And didn't Trump also make a statement? He mentioned maybe giving the American people like a relief.
well, sources say that he's working on a percentage of all the money that Doge finds,
mm-hmm.
divvying it up to the American taxpayers.
Oh.
I've heard it's like 20% of what they find, and
Mm-hmm.
estimates are between $5,000 and $8,000 per taxpayer. Now, Congressman Crockett, you know who I'm talking about?
Not
Black
offhand.
female,
Okay.
big mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She went on TV and goes, $8,000 ain't going to help nobody. Why would you be wanting to give that money? Nobody wants it because it ain't going to help nobody. Oh yeah, she got hammered on X, but
You give me $8,000, I can pay off some bills.
he went straight on TV and did an interview and says $8,000 ain't gonna help.
Okay. And I think that's why Trump also said too, let the Democrats keep doing what they're doing because they'll never win another election again.
This is true.
Like, geez, they've got to change their tune, Bill. I mean, they can't keep pulling out the same old bull crap.
Well, it's like they keep saying he can't do that. He can't do. Yes, he can. One of his uh, whatever you call them secretaries got up there and explained it to the press.
Mm-hmm.
The president won. He's the only person in the country that is voted on by the entire country.
Yes.
Congress is voted on by their state.
Right.
Uh, Judges are appointed. The president is the only person in the Constitution that's elected by the entire country.
Yep.
He's elected. He has a job to do. He has a mandate. He gets to pick people to put him in these things, and he gets
Yep.
to do things. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Judge, a district court judge, is getting ready to go to the Supreme Court. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
These district court judges, they go out and find are trying to stop him, and it lasts a day or two, and then it gets overturned. But a, a judge is just an appointed guy. He's not an elected official. He has nothing to do with the executive branch. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So they just need to give it up because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, why do they keep trying? I don't know.
There's got to be something that they're doing that we don't know about. But I still think Trump is like 5 moves ahead of him. So I don't think it's really going to matter much.
Oh, he's
But
way ahead of him.
but they're trying to sway, they're trying to influence people and keep people on their side, which they've lost a ton of people, let's face it. But like it's been said before, the Democratic Party needs to totally revamp their motives and their direction. That's the only way they're going to be able to survive. If they keep going down this road of blaming Trump and attacking the American people and basically lying, Adam Schiff, they're not going to do anything.
It, yeah, it's their party's gone. I don't. I mean, well, I would say when Passion and Pam Bondi's done with them, there ain't gonna be too many of them left on Capitol Hill anyway.
Yeah,
Well, they found some stuff on Tom Cotton, Republican, and they need to fry his ass too.
yeah,
Campaign fire. It was campaign. Somehow he cheated in his campaign or something. But
yeah. I mean,
he needs to go too.
we need to get the rhinos out of the Republican Party. I can't say no
Speaking
next.
of those, you saw
Yeah.
where Mitch is not going to run. He decided he's not going to run. So you just sit over there for a minute and I'll let the people know, the good people know. Mitch McConnell is not running for reelection. Rumor has it Daniel Cameron is going to try to take his seat. So we'll see how that pans out. Now, another interesting tidbit, you can probably talk about this one.
Mm.
President Trump hosted a Black History Month gathering at the White House.
Yes, he did.
Well, guess who one of the guests were?
Mm.
Daniel Cameron.
I did see him walking through the crowd up there. I saw a video about that.
He was at the White House.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, we may have us a good candidate.
Listen, I actually met Cameron years ago, and he really impressed me. He really did. course, didn't talk to him long, just talked to him for a few minutes, but he's on it. I mean, real intelligent person. He knows what he's doing, and he genuinely, I think he wants to help.
Well, you and I saw him speak at a Trump rally
Yeah, I remember
in
that.
Lexington. Yeah.
I
So
remember
I
that.
mean, he was a very eloquent speaker. Knew what he
Oh,
was talking about.
he knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he's smart. I mean, he's definitely. I don't know how I can say this, but he's a leader,
Hmm.
and it would be great to have him leading in certain areas. I just say,
Him and Rand Paul, the two good senators from Kentucky. Rand Paul finally came out this week, for y'all that haven't seen it, and fully endorsed President Trump. He helped him and kind of, yeah, okay, I'm for Trump.
yeah,
Now he's like, I am enthusiastically 100% behind the president at this point. I gave him my full endorsement. He says, what did it? He says, I might not agree with everything he's doing, but he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. And I've not seen too many politicians hold true to their campaign promises.
I'm telling you, he's the great negotiator. He knows it all. Um, so just a little tidbit. I want to throw this out there, kind of jumping around a little bit. Of course, everybody's probably seen the chainsaw that was given to Elon Musk by the president of Argentina. And the media, Lord, the mainstream media, you got to just laugh at them. They said, oh, it's dangerous to put a chainsaw in Elon's hands. He's going to cut his child's head off. But as it was a symbol. So I don't know how much you all know about the Argentinian president. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about him and the chainsaw and what it says on the chainsaw. So in the United States, we have MAGA, Make America Great Again. The Argentinian president, who is Javier Milei, he ran on VLLC in Argentina. So they said he was kind of the Trump equivalent or equivalent to Trump, but in Argentina. So he ran on VLLC. We ran on MAGA. So VLLC is Viva la Libertad Garage. It translates in English as long live freedom, damn it. So there's a little bit for you all who didn't know what the chainsaw said in Latin. Viva la Libertad Garaggio, which is VLLC, translated as long live freedom, damn it. So there you go. Just want to throw that out there because I've been asking a lot of people and nobody knew. So I figured it out. Okay. What else we got, Bill?
We got a big one coming out this week. It's coming away.
Is it what I think it is?
It's going to be now. Pam Bondi says it's
Mm-hmm.
on her desk at this time.
Uh-oh.
What's on her desk? The Epstein list
Ooh.
and the Diddy list.
Diddy.
They're both on her desk. And she says, these files are going to reveal who is the pedo. And some are still sitting in D.C. right now.
Oh, Lordy. I think one of them just got censured by Congress.
Well, he got elected to the Senate, but I had him. But anyway, yeah, that's supposed to come out this week.
Yeah, because you were telling me a little information on him about how we were talking about how Biden gave him a pardon, but he might be possibly looking at some other charges.
Yeah, we also found out some of those pardons are not legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, a judge ruled that you have to at least be accused of a crime before you can be pardoned for a crime. Makes sense to me. I mean,
Well, it makes sense to all of us too.
Trails document the numerous trips of wealthy and influential individuals.
that's Epstein list they're talking about there.
Oh, well,
Uh,
I'm glad that Pam Bondi's on it. I mean, she's going to be looking at that, and let's just talk about the other elephant in the room. We might as well get to it and make Carl mad. Apparently, Obama was never a U.S. citizen.
and why would you say that?
Well, glad you asked, Bill. Because apparently it has come out, even in the mainstream media, that Obama's birth certificate was a forgery. Huh.
Yep.
So that would mean every executive order that Obama signed off on is null and void.
Yep. And I guarantee you, Donald J. Trump already knows that and already knows which ones they are. Just waiting for that minute when they verify it. Ching!
Well, there was another thing I saw too where someone had mentioned that, oh, here it is, that he was groomed by the WEF as a puppet.
Yep.
And what did we say about the WEF? They need to go. Now, Carl, I'm sorry. I'll send you some flowers. I know you're going to be upset about this.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the name of this cartoonist. He was a cartoonist for the Washington Post, I think, or Washington Times, one of the two. It's the liberal one, whatever that
Right.
one is.
Yeah.
And he spent all his time making cartoons about how Republicans are all pedophiles and they're grooming children and all this stuff. Well, he's not going to be making no cartoons anymore, at least not in the paper. She just got arrested for child possession of child pornography.
Wow. Isn't it always the person accusing you of something is the one who's actually doing it?
That's the Democrats' playbook. They accuse everyone of what they've done. So there you have it.
I'm telling you, this, I love finding out everything that they are finding out, but it's also, you got to think about it too, that, of course, I'm 50 years old now. You got to think at some point during my life, all of this corruption started and it just snowballed into this big engine that it is. And the American people have been totally in the dark about all of it. I mean, just think about that for a minute. People going through their everyday lives, spending their tax or making money, working, taxed on everything we do. Nobody questions it. And the government telling us, oh, well, your tax money is going for this, and we're helping this, and we're helping that. Only to find out it's been a big, giant blanket over the eyes cover up as to where your money is going.
Yep, it ain't going where we think it's going.
No. I mean, Bill, just think of how much could be put into the military that could have saved a lot of our soldiers' lives if they had just allocated the funds. Think of how much homelessness could have been taken care of in this country had they have allocated the funds. Goes along with our VA veterans. Think of how many veterans' lives that could have been saved had they have allocated the funds years ago. You all get the point.
Okay. And it's things like this. Okay. 8.2 million of your dollars was given to Bill Gates and his organization to do what with? Study cow farts and their effect on the environment. Cow farts.
Now, I want to say this, Bill, when you talk about wasting money. You sent me a link, and this guy, I'm telling you, folks, if you sit and do the math, it'll only make you mad. So this one particular person, Bill, you sent me the link on it. This guy sat and did the math. He said 6% of your check goes to Social Security. Now remember, they just found out that Social Security was paying, I guess it was almost like 20 million people Social Security checks who are over the age of 100. And he did the math and figured out that in 4 years, that was almost $1 trillion. $1 trillion.
$1 trillion. Well, I mean, the list is unbelievable and stuff they found. One of the other things that they found out recently, people may not know about. This is what's brought up the question about: is there any gold still in Fort Knox? Rand Paul actually asked that question, and Trump is probably going to go find out. What brought that to their attention is right before they all got booted out, the Biden administration was trying to hide $20 billion in gold bars.
Oh, God.
$20 billion in gold bars. I think they've recovered them. They were trying to hide them in banks outside the government oversight.
Mm.
And they uncovered this through some emails that they intercepted.
Well, to go along with that, I was looking through the X, and Elon, he actually made the comment. He said, we're going to go into Fort Knox and find out if the 4,900 tons of gold is still there.
Yeah.
And he said, would you all like me to live stream this? Yes or no? And I'm like, hell yes, live stream it, because I want to know my damn self.
That would be fantastic.
I say they won't do it, but that is another scary thought. I mean, Fort Knox sits here in Kentucky.
Well, now, another thing that people are speculating is Trump's wanting to find out if that gold's there because he has the notion to change us back to the gold standard.
Uh-huh.
Get away from the federal bank or and it's also talking about doing away with the income tax.
I'm okay with that.
And the
I'm
IRS.
okay with
Oh, that'd
but
be
Bill,
great.
But Bill, so many federal employees lose their jobs. You can't do that to them.
People in the private sector lose their job every day. The government sector ain't no different. It's a job, and it's not a lifetime guarantee that you have that job.
This is true.
If you want to stay home and not come to work, like the president has ordered everybody to do, you need to be fired. You know what they found out? Some of these people who were working in these offices in DC actually moved across the country, and they're still working. That's why they won't come back to the office. They don't even live in DC anymore.
And this is why.
Yeah,
I know. Money wasted, folks. Look, like Bill said, now they want to care about people losing their jobs. But when it comes to the unemployment rate in the rest of the country, oh, we're working on it. And, oh, it's Trump's fault. Or, Biden helped everybody, which was a lie. The unemployment rate in the United States is still bad. Trump's trying to change it. I guess, Bill, if he does lay off a bunch of federal employees, it will hurt the unemployment rate.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just spending money on nothing.
Yeah. Where are we at on time, Bill? I'm looking at 30 minutes, 31 minutes.
5 minutes and 6 seconds.
How many minutes?
5.
Well, what else we got? We'll start wrapping it up.
Let's see.
We talked about the birth certificate.
I'm looking through here at the stuff just coming out, see if there's anything.
I will say this while you're looking, folks. The only people who are mad about this are the people who are doing wrong and are benefiting from your tax dollars. They're the only ones crying in all of this. And of course, they're going to cry because they got caught. And we've said it before, the mainstream media is complicit in all of this as well. We know that money was allocated to different media sources. That was your tax dollars. So yes, they are crying because they want to live above us. And Trump wants us to live free and healthy. So let them cry. I find it funny as all get out. So, and I think
Well, what about old Omar? I guess they've zeroed in on her.
isn't she the one that married her brother?
Yeah. That's called immigration fraud.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Well, they need to. She's a dad blasted. I mean, she's a radical Muslim. I'm just gonna say it. It is what it is. She's a radical Muslim. She don't need to be there. But that's about all I got to say. Any final word there, Bill?
That's about it. We covered all that.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of the news files myself to see if anything's coming up. But the other thing I want is I will say this, I definitely want that Department of Education to go away. Because I'm telling you, these young people don't know nothing. It's bad when I got through high school, Christian County Colonels, made a C in English, but yet I'm teaching English to 21, 22-year-olds who don't know how to put a sentence together. Just saying. But that's all I got.
Yeah, it's about it for me too. Just tell everybody out there, I know there's a lot of people still suffering from the floods here in Kentucky. Yeah. Everybody say a prayer for them. And if you can, get out and try to help out if you can. I'm sure they could use some water, bottled water, and items like that. I saw McDonald's back home is giving out cases of water to everybody that comes through.
That's awesome.
There was some devastating floods back there, and then to add insult to injury, we had the big snowstorm right after the flood.
I was gonna say, did you see Detroit? Detroit got flooded.
Oh yes, the frozen cars.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I just watched a movie about that the other day. I think it was the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where they had a big flood, and then there were ships on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Floating down, and then they all froze.
Froze.
Well,
we're about there.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That way you get notifications anytime we do a new show. Make sure you share these videos. Check us out on YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble is where you can find the videos. Check out the website at bluecollarminutemen.com. I haven't updated in a while, but kind of been going through some stuff. So we'll try to keep everything updated and on point. But thank you all as always. God bless you all. God bless America. And let's get our money back. That's what we want. We'll see you.
Okay, it's going to cut off here in a minute. Less than a minute. See ya.
We'll see you all.